Okay, so this is, I guess you could say the end of my first full day in Hong Kong, but it kind of isn't because I spent um, almost all of my first full day sleeping. I was so tired from the 15-hour flight, which I didn't get any sleep on, that as soon as I was able to check into my hotel, which was about maybe about 7 hours after I arrived at the airport, I just went to sleep. So I just woke up. I slept for like 10 hours, and it's 11:39 p.m. here in Hong Kong. But I feel refreshed. I mean, I know I still look kind of tired, um, but I just feel like I got a good night's sleep. Um, but before I went to bed yesterday, or not yesterday, this morning in Hong Kong, um, I did walk around the city a little bit. I'm staying in a hotel in Kowloon, and so I walked around Kowloon a little bit. I walked up to the Jade Market, which was closed because it was too early. I walked to like a kind of a meat and vegetable market, which was close to the Jade Market, which was really interesting. They were open. Um, my initial impressions of Hong Kong are that I mean this really is a very crowded city. It reminds me of New York, just because of the amount of noise and activity and traffic. Um, it is very polluted here. The air really is polluted. Um, it's no joke. You can see kind of even just on my first day here, I could see a mishmash of the old and new. As I said, the airport was very clean, and it was possibly a little bit nicer than the typical American airport. There was a kind of not really a bullet train, but like an express train from the airport to Kowloon, and then it went on to the center of Hong Kong. That was very new. It was better than most trains in the U.S. I also took the subway a little bit, the MTR, and that was, I mean, again, it was just it was more like the Paris Metro. Um, but in Kowloon, I see that the city doesn't seem quite as modern. Um, there are a lot of buildings that seem to be cheaply made. Um, that they just look run down, made of concrete. If there was paint on the outside, it's mostly peeled off. Um, and there are like a million and one window AC units sticking out of the sides, and you can see the plumbing on the outsides, and people's wet clothes hanging out to dry out of the windows. I'm sure anyone who's been to China will immediately know what I'm talking about. Those are everywhere, and those are not modern. And I, I don't know. I think that in spite of the building boom that China has undergone, they have their work cut out for them, doing an equally sizable demolition and rebuilding boom. I think that electric vehicles, electric trucks, buses, motorcycles are going to vastly improve the quality of life here in Hong Kong because they'll reduce the noise level from vehicles, and they'll also vastly cut down on the air pollution problem. So this it seems like a really interesting city. Um, even though there's some negatives about it, I'm not at all trying to judge it, and I am very glad to be here, and I think I'm gonna have, you know, knock on wood, a pretty good time exploring it. So that's my update for today.